Hello my beautiful Pisces, and thank you so much for tuning into your April reading with me, Lorien. It's always an absolute pleasure to bring you these readings every single month, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming up for you. So, let's have a look. This is going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot. It's a great spiritual deck, gets right into the heart of it. This is going to be a general reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising. So if you don't get the messages and maybe you're anticipating, it could be that they are actually mixed into other aspects of your chart. For instance, some people have actually mentioned that their Venus sign, for instance Venus in Sagittarius or something, they're actually more resonant for love readings. So if you have your Venus in Libra or whatever, try and check that and see if it kind of resonates with that, because I don't do focused readings like love, money, whatever. This applies to, or can apply to, every area of your life. It's just more spiritual guidance for how you're going to move forwards. And instead of an oracle card, I'm going to be using a rune. I do rune readings every month on Patreon, as well as extra readings and things on there. So if that is something that you're wanting to look into, all you have to do is click on the link below, and I am also available for private readings. So if you want a more detailed reading for yourself, just click the link below to my website and you can see readings available there. Okay, let's see. Alright, they're saying stop. Okay. Again, I don't do reversals, personal preference. It doesn't really affect the way that I read or the messages that I get, so I may as well just keep them upright. Ooh, nice. Not so nice, but still. Wow, wow, he very rarely comes out. Okay. So, Pisces, let's see if I can get this into camera for you. Right. Okay. Somebody just told me that you are the heart of the home. However, there are family issues right here. Basically, I apologize if anybody takes offense from what I'm about to say, but somebody in your family is taking the piss, basically. They are taking the mickey, they are abusing their privilege within the family, and they're not being very fair. They are creating conflict where there doesn't need to be, and I don't think it's you, Pisces, but if it is you, Pisces, stop it. Very rare, I don't think that it is, but you may be feeling very, drained by it. But I think that overall, in all aspects of April, you're going to be pretty darn good. Queen of Pentacles comes through normally when you may be looking to do some kind of home improvements or changing the way that you feel about yourself. Now this kind of means that you could be looking at your home and thinking, I kind of want a cushion that represents me here. And so you may be changing your environment to suit how you feel inside. Similarly, you could also be changing your environment to encourage a certain feeling within yourself. Also, I feel that your style may change this month. You may want to try a different kind of way of presenting yourself or talking, and this could really work. For instance, you could try, I don't know, a different brand of something, and it may suit you better. But I feel that you are also going to be looking at things practically. This basically says you are going to be beating your own drum, to be perfectly honest. You're going to be beating your own drum, you're going to be in your own element, you're going to be very much home focused, I think, or security focused. That seems to be what it is, security this month. I do feel that relationships of all kinds can be nurtured, and nurtured to a very strong degree. This is incredible. I feel that there's you know, this may look like a family, but I feel it could also be friends coming together. It could be sisters and brothers and, you know, that kind of thing. And you could be feeling more connected to your family, even if it's friends that you call your family, or even your past, your DNA. But either way, this means that your emotional depth and your emotional fulfillment has the potential to be completely fulfilled in April. And it's not a guarantee. I mean, it could be that you kind of don't feel like committing your half of this to gain that. You could be too drained. I don't see it, but it could be. But I do think you have really the true potential to feel completely happy with yourself and happy with how things are going. Somebody is going to make you really happy this month. Somebody is just going to be so nice and so down to earth and so nurturing, and you're going to feel great. And I feel this is almost marking the start of something new. However, there will always be a little bit of a fly in the ointment. This is unnecessary competition. This is unnecessary hard words. This is just unnecessary. It really is. It's kind of like whoever's doing this and whoever's causing conflict, it may not even have anything to do with you, but they may try and drag you into the conflict just because you're there and they want somebody to back them up. It is quite within your right to say no, bugger off, basically, and it's quite within your right to just kind of be the rooster down here and just go, no, head in the sand, not even wanting to even acknowledge any of this kind of jiggery pokery that's going on over here. Too busy. Don't want it. Because I think it could be very draining for you, especially if it's to do with, you know, a friend or whatever. I don't know whether it's directly involving you, but it's just something that seems to be distracting you and you don't really need it. It could also be confusing or competitive nature around your workspace, because this can be a competition within creativity. So it could be that some people are kind of bashing each other's heads. It could also be restructuring of the work area, or somewhere where you need to feel security but don't quite manage it. So I feel this could be coming through, saying that you are kind of going to have some arguments around you, not necessarily involving you, unless you do allow yourself to get dragged into this kind of conflict. To be honest though, I don't think you do. This is kind of a deep strength that maybe you didn't think that you had, and I think as we go into Taurus at the end of April, which is where this lies, you may feel more like this almost looks rock and roll. You may feel like, yeah, to hell with it, let's kind of go and do my own path. This is also, well, this is actually the Hierophant, but it seems like it's more to do with how you feel involved with spirituality, how you feel involved with creating your own path. As you can see, he has some of the stuff that the Magician uses. It's an evolution of yourself. You're one of the most psychic signs of the entire zodiac. What are you wanting to do with this? Do you want to be rock and roll, or do you want to be kind of a steadfast person? I feel as though there's kind of this image that people have of you that don't know you, but those who know you know what you can achieve. They're actually saying to me, Pisces, some of you may be close to giving something up. Could be a career that's not quite worked out for you. It could be just something that's not quite worked out the way you planned, but it's still giving you valuable life lessons, and it's still giving you a backup plan. I think there needs to be something that you use now to move forwards. And again, you're going to be changing where you feel comfortable. There's going to be good tidings with friends and family, but there's this competition. But you do kind of come out of this at the other side feeling stronger, and I think more invested in what you want your future to hold. That's very important. So let's see what my runes have to say for you and Freya. What information does Pisces have to know for April this year? I have closed my eyes, so I apologise if it doesn't seem to be very in camera. I always close my eyes. Oh, this came out for, who was it? Taurus. So this is, I can't remember the name of it. I still can't remember the name. Basically, it's potential. It's freedom. It's conclusions of the old and focusing on the new. It's endings and beginnings. It's balance and progression. It's standing still and moving forwards. It's kind of like weaknesses and strength. You have to identify what your weaknesses are to actually see the future and have that balance there. I also feel that this is something to do with almost like a hero complex. It's like you want to be the centre of your own universe, and quite rightly so. And I think this month you get the opportunity to do that. Aries is taking central stage, and I think that you are too. This is very much a case of straight in the middle, trying to achieve and trying to basically overachieve, maybe. I think that there's kind of this element of needing to see the full potential of what you can do and trying to be solitary in achieving that. Nothing wrong with it, but I just feel that you need to maybe focus a bit more. This is almost like new beginnings coming through, but from maybe having to say goodbye to something that you didn't quite want to. Again, it's kind of like maybe a career didn't work out, you have to say goodbye to that, but it's given you the life lessons that you need to move forwards. It could be that a relationship didn't work out, but it gave you life lessons to move forwards. Whatever it is, it seems as though you are definitely moving forwards, but don't get wrapped up in this conflict that seems to be there. I have a feeling it's started by a woman. I have a feeling that a woman's involved here and kind of stirring the pot, so to speak, but be aware of that and be very critical of that and know when to be the rooster or the hen or whatever this is. I'm not very good with birds, but know when to look away and just kind of, it's not my gig. Nope, not my gig, nothing to do with me, see you later. But I do feel it could be family or some kind of competition that you're not really that invested in. It seems to work out for you just fine if you don't want to get involved, so keep going forwards, whatever the weather, Pisces. But let me know how things are going. What do you have planned this month? Do you have home improvements planned? Are you trying to, try a different you? Is there somebody stirring the pot that you know of already? Just let me know how things are going, because as always, I really do appreciate you subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, just generally supporting this channel. And if you want to go an extra step, you can support me from as little as $1 a month on Patreon, and in addition to that, get extra readings every single month sent directly to you. Also, if you want a reading from me, the link below takes you to tarot readings that are available. If you want anything else, the readings page itself will give you spirit guide readings, palm readings, whatever it is you want to know. However, I feel this is all I can give you for April, and as the pigeon outside gives a little parting coo, I really look forward to seeing you in May, and take care of yourself.